About a year and a half ago, I compared Golden Mini to Accelerator, where Golden Minigunner would easily take the win because I was playing in solo and at the time there was no placement limit for Golden Minigunner. Today, however, the placement limit for Golden Minigunner has been brought down to 12 and its stats have been greatly buffed. This is 280 DPS. This now makes it much more closely comparable to Accelerator, and with the fact that Accelerator recently got a buff to do 1000 DPS, of course at the cost of a much shorter recharge, I think it's only fair that we put these two towers up against each other once again to determine which one of these is the ultimate late game DPS. And let's see if you can like and subscribe before I load into my Game of Fallen mode. Obviously remember to use star code and have you done it? Nah, I don't even know why I'm doing that. Nobody cares, they just want to watch the video. Let's use Desert Village as our map. And first up is going to be the Golden Minigunner. Skill tree will be disabled. This map's going to be absolutely great. We're going to be able to see around this entire loop. We'll have a second loop over here to move our towers to if we need to. And what's going to be helping out these two towers is going to be Gold Soldier. This thing has flying detection. It's got the early game covered. And despite the fact that I have skills disabled, I still see the skills working sometimes. So even if you want to turn off the unfair advantage that skills give you, TDS just literally doesn't let you. Anyways, I'm gonna have a second soldier over here to finish that stuff off because things are getting a little bit tough here. And the most obvious initial difference is their placement cost. This only costs 3,000. Accelerator costs over $4,000 to place down. This means I can use the Golden Minigunner to my advantage much earlier. Now, I completely forgot about these things' existence. So I guess we can tank this Fallen Drag. I've upgraded the soldier, so hopefully I don't need to tank more. But I'm gonna skip just in case, just so I can upgrade this guy. Here's our Fallen Squire. We're not gonna be able to afford Minigunner for this. Neither will we be able to afford Accelerator. This guy's making a push that isn't making me comfortable. I need another soldier. So let's see, when's the go? Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely need some more defense here. Uh-oh, dangerous stuff here, dangerous stuff. Let's get our first Golden Minigunner, I guess. So this thing starts us off with a pretty solid DPS. Nearly helps me completely take that guy down. I do want to take him down for the wave clear bonus. But we're getting a pretty good deal here. This shoots about 8 times per second. That gives me a DPS of around 24 to 25. At level 0, this is really nice. This first upgrade, this is actually a good deal. Like this plus 1 damage, this is definitely a worth it upgrade to get. It's more cost efficient than placing a second mini. This next upgrade, not as cost efficient, but you do get hidden detection, which is the reason you'd want this upgrade. Right now for a price of 3,900, we're getting a DPS of around 32, and it's consistent DPS. I mean, it has a little bit of a rev the first time it encounters the enemies, but after that, it's all good to just continuously rain down its bullets. Now let's get this upgrade here so we can actually see the fallen souls. Now our DPS is up to about 40 here for a price of almost $6,000. Oh my god, we're gonna get cooked by this, aren't we? I need to immediately skip and get a Golden Mini back here, which I'm gonna rush to level okay, I don't think I need to actually rush anything. I think this is fine as is. That's a little bit concerning. I've spent 6,000 on this mini. I've also spent money on all these soldiers and we just struggled like that. It's because these Fallens are tough. We need this upgrade, which is going to bring us up to 100 DPS for a price of $14.4 thousand. That's a lot of money that I spent on this, and you can still see we're getting pushed up. Now this should hopefully be all the DPS that I need to just farm for a bit. And it's important to mention there's a rate of fire bug. Like this isn't something I ever really bring up when I calculate for towers DPS. I say 100, but in reality, it's a little less than 100. Like, that's just a thing about Roblox and tower defense games. Like, any relatively quick firing tower is going to get affected somewhat by this bug. Regardless, here, for $14,500 spent, we are able to take care of the Fallen Giant here on wave 16. But we need to use basically the entire range that the Minigunner has. I'm going to try and see if I can get all of my farms to max level now. But this is kind of dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, do we have what it takes? No, not here, but back here we do. Fallen Jester with 5,000 HP. Okay, yeah, that's gotta be too much for me to handle, right? I'm gonna at least get a commander down. Never mind, I got trolled because there's no Fallen Jester, it's just the same stuff. Regardless, I'm glad I got the commander anyways because look at this. This stuff is pushing up. Okay, yeah, I will be okay, but do I need to upgrade? Actually, is this gonna be okay? Let's see. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely fine. I mean, this thing has a lot of defense, so but we're still doing 4 damage to it somehow, which means this tower is somehow great against high defense enemies. Like, we're still doing 4 damage despite the 40% defense. What the heck? Accelerator though is for sure like extremely good. Okay, no talking, I'm upgrading this thing because you can see that enemy has got a lot of HP. And am I cooked? No, I'm not cooked, but that That enemy, that's tough. Now I have all max farms though, so let's get our level 3 DJ, set it on green track, start using abilities, and let's get some more golden minigunners down. So the higher level mini here gets kind of messed up by the defense now. The other one was only losing out on 1 damage here when it was level 2. Now this is losing out on a whole 3 damage. Also, I'm gonna use my ability here. Oh yeah, this is a bad wave. Okay, I'm skipping. I'm getting more abilities. Yeah, this is tough. Thankfully, 3 level 3 golden minigunners is all I need. And now looking at whether this upgrade is worth it, we're getting nearly 3 times the damage for nearly double the price of what the minigunner is. So yeah, this upgrade is not worth it. I don't know what I'm saying. It is slightly more cost efficient to just be placing down these level 2 slash level 3 minis. Level 2 might actually be better because it doesn't get messed up by defense as much. Like, does this still do its full 5 damage? Yeah, this completely no effect. I'm gonna brush a max DJ here. That's what I feel comfortable doing, I guess. And I've never considered this, but yeah, defense penetration from level 2. Like, it's the fact that the damage gets rounded. This damage probably gets brought down from 5 to like 3.5, but then damage gets rounded up to 4 anyways. So I think I'm just gonna spam level 2 minigunners. This way we make the most money from our DJ ability and most effectively shred defense. That's all 12 of my minigunners placed down. I'm gonna need to max out the soldiers soon because of flying enemies. But okay, here's a DPS check. Let's pay attention to how fast we can kill this fallen jester. This right here is where we kill it. That's some pretty solid damage, not gonna lie. Also, I'm interested, what's more cost efficient, golden soldier here or golden minigunner? Breakers are going to be a bit of an issue because, you know, this is all single target damage. I think I'm going to max out a commander. And yeah, fallen mode right now isn't looking all that difficult. I'm going to max all commanders here. And oh boy, look at this. We're getting pushed up. Those nearly made it all the way through. I think it's time we start saying goodbye to our defense penetrating level 2s and start just getting all of these up to level 3. And here come the flying enemies, by the way. I have 4 max level soldiers here. That's just good. Okay, this I'm pretty interested to see. Do I have any more level 2 minigunners? Yeah, that's it. This DPS is looking pretty good right now. I wonder how fast Accelerator is going to kill it. We killed it right here. Pretty much halfway through this, like, loop, I guess. I'm also delaying max level mini as long as possible, but I think it's enough delaying. Let's get it. 30 damage every 0.06 seconds. That'll put us at about, well, now it's at 0.08. But that puts us right at about like 400 DPS. I mean, I can't see it because of these breakers. But if you were to look at this, I mean, this DPS, okay, that's not 400. So it's just a solid, consistent stream here of over 300 DPS. Yeah, that was really fast. Now, Golden Mini costs 38k to max here. And that's a total spent with a 15% discount. Anyways, this wave looks like it's trouble, but I got it covered. All right, we're 1 more Golden Mini away from getting all of these maxed out. And this wave is going to be interesting. Let me put some stun bait right here. Here's our last max level Golden Mini. It's time to start placing down as many gold soldiers as possible. We are absolutely shredding this guy. There he dies just about halfway through the loop again. I also have basically all the money in the world now. Let me sell that stun bait. So I'm going to sell my farms early and just get all of my golden soldiers placed down. Oh my god, like I literally don't have enough room, but there you go. The thing about this is we're using a bit more of our placement limit here. We're using 12 as opposed to Accelerator, which is only going to use 8, so we'll have more space for golden soldiers. That being said, also pay attention to the range. This thing has a range of 22.5, so it can only really see around this loop. That's still a good range. I mean, we do have a DJ buff for it, but our ultimate DPS check like this, like that's insane. That's got to be like 5,000 DPS, right? Let's look at this guy. Oh yeah, no, I think we're doing more than 5,000. We just destroyed that thing. I should also not forget to set my DJ to red track so we do even more damage. We now do 33.6 per mini. Now, let's actually determine how much this defense costed in total. So it's about 38k per mini, which means for 12 minis, we're looking at about 450 to about 460. I'll say 460 grand. That's for all of these minis, which is more expensive than all the accelerators. I don't remember exactly how much we'll get to see, but right now let's see if we have what it takes to take out these Fallen Guardians and the Fallen King, of course. Or with their 30% defense, they still stand no chance, and we deal probably like 7 or 8,000 DPS. Now, both Accelerator and Gold Mini will share the same weakness of being prone to stuns. But, oh boy, here goes a lot of stunning. This isn't great, but here we go. Now we're focusing on the Fallen King. What a lovely stun, and my game is getting lagged. This guy just has absolutely no chill. Okay, there you go. There's our DPS. This is pretty much our peak DPS, and this looks like maybe 8,000, yeah. This is a little bit concerning, I'm not gonna lie. He's using his ability that stuns the whole map. It's not gonna be enough though. He's gonna go down, honestly, pretty late. Like, he made it far. So let's go see if Accelerator can do better. So last time I got Gold Mini around now, I think. It was either this wave or right after the skip. But obviously, I cannot afford it this time. So I think what I'm going to be doing is just getting this equipment bursts or equipment upgrades. Yeah, and hoping that we're going to survive. Great. We're going to survive, obviously, but it's not going to be in the best conditions. We're going to miss out on some money. I'm going to get a soldier here to finish this guy off. We got $400, so I mean, not exactly worth it. We do have some backup now. And I will be going for Accelerator after I get this farm to level 3. Alright, perfect. There you go. That's all level 3 farms. Time for our Accelerator. This thing has a much nicer range here at the start, and it provides us with 50 DPS at level 0. Now, it does have its overcharge, but for defense, this thing is a lot better because while it's going to deal less damage, that's going to fill up its overcharge longer, so therefore it gets to attack even longer. First upgrade here is going to make us go up to 75 DPS, as well as get some hidden detection, which is an absolute bomb of a price. Now, thankfully, I don't need it, because it should just be already strong enough for everything, considering I already had to invest money into soldier anyways. We actually don't really need hidden detection, so yeah, let's shred this thing. See, we're doing 8 damage, but that just takes longer to fill up the overcharge. This wave, I believe, was tough. Is this the one that has the Fallens? Oh yeah, I definitely need to get this upgraded. So there's our 75 DPS now with an overcharge of 600. So we're nearly able to kill off these Fallens, but definitely I'm going to have to get this soldier back here up to level 3. So just as we had a mini in the back last time, we can't really do that with Accelerator. It's a little more expensive, but soldiers got us covered. Now this next level, this is by far like the craziest thing you could possibly ask for, because now look at this. It's just over. This is 200 DPS and an overcharge of 600, so it does actually get overcharged relatively quickly, but we only spent 12k on it, and I think that's gonna be enough spent to just go for all max level farms. Although we should account for the extra that I had to spend on this soldier, so we're not like that far ahead of mini, I guess. I remember killing Fallen Giant just about at the end of the range. So let's see how quickly we're going to be able to do it this time. So at this rate, it takes the Accelerator 3 seconds to reach its overcharge. And by the looks of it, we're going to kill this thing a little bit quicker. So here's where it dies with Accelerator. I believe it was like right here with Golden Mini. So there was not even that much of a difference. And the amount spent is practically the exact same when you account for this soldier upgrade. And now the 60% defense, yeah, this is where Accelerator outshines the Golden Mini in performance. From what I remember, these Fallen Hazmats made it through, but with Accelerator here, they're not. I think I read Fallen Jester and upgraded placed down another gold mini. So I mean, I guess might as well do the same here. Let's get another Accelerator. And it was probably these that made it through, but this time with the higher range of the Accelerator, I think. Never mind. They also made, wow, so this is actually like neck and neck with Golden. We're like seeing the exact same results so far. That being said, is my farming ahead or behind? I'm not really sure. Wave 19 here, I with 7k. This is, I'm going to put on screen where I was at with Gold Mini. But now I do need to get myself a DJ. I'm going to get level 3, start using its ability, and what is going on? Possessed armor. I remember this one got far back. I'm pretty sure I had to rely on my soldier or my minigunner. That's what was here before. And I don't remember. Did I go straight from max DJ? I'm pretty sure I did. That's what I'm going to do right now. Although, wait. No, wait. I'm not surviving if I go for max DJ. I need at least another Accelerator. These skeletons are a little bit problematic. We've now locked onto Fallen Necromancer. That's another big difference. Is now the Accelerators will not be attacking the skeletons until they kill the or what? Well, I don't know why Accelerator decided to change its mind. I thought the targeting system was something that still exists. But okay, now I can go for max DJ, right? Like nothing to... Oh... I think I can still do it. Like, I believe we can just shred all of this once these Accelerators burst. And yeah, there we go. Max DJ right here. Now we got a damage buff, so we're doing 44. That brings up our DPS to 220, but that makes our overcharge even faster. That being said, I think I'm going to go with 4 Accelerators here, and now I'm going to get the Commanders. Gonna get all of these up to level 2. And this is where there's gonna be the first big difference, is that while Golden Mini just got a fire rate buff from the commanders, this now gets a fire rate buff, but also even faster reaching its overcharge. So that's the one big thing about accelerators, that supports, they're like a double-edged sword. You can get more damage dealt, but you're now you're gonna have to wait for the accelerator to recharge. That being said, are we good here? Yep. I'm pretty sure we kill Fallen Hero even quicker than we did with Golden Mini. And of course, the star of the show, max level 1. This is the big difference, I think, between Mini and Accelerator. For Accelerator, you want to go for max as soon as you can, because, I mean, just look at it go, keeping everything at the front of its range. Whereas Golden Mini, the lower levels are actually a little bit more worth your money. That being said, once I boost this up, like, this reaches its overcharge so fast, but it certainly does not disappoint in its damage. Okay, here we go. Fallen Jester time. Let's see what we can get done to it. And that is, yeah, I think that's a lot better. So died right here for Golden Mini. I believe it was like maybe, I don't know. I know it was past this bend. Now, let's see. Breakers were a little bit tough. So let's see how Accelerator deals with it. I think Accelerator deals with it better because it does so much damage. It's able to skip like across the enemies as they're invincible when they're popping out. Anyways, now we're just keeping everything at the front. Like, as soon as the enemies enter the range of these accelerators, gone. Also, max accelerator is about 50k, which means, well, we paid 450 to 460k for the minis. For this, we're only paying about 400 to like 410k. Actually, it's over 410k. Maybe like 410 to 420,000 for all of our accelerators. That being said, I might have forgotten about these. I skipped here. Come on, let's get some more max of these. Okay, do I UAV? No, I got this. Here's how I got this. We're gonna do so much damage. I could max this commander and use APCs. What the heck is that, bro? Okay, this thing didn't even reach the bend. Yeah, I have what I need. Okay, wow. That's probably something that I want to get my defenses up on. Look at this, gone. Oh my god. Like, yeah, no, Accelerator at this point in the game is so much stronger than Gold Mini. Like, this wave 30 mid game, Accelerator, it's not even a question. Everything dies at the front of its range. Look at this Fallen Tank. Instantly go. That's way over 10,000 DPS, by the way. That's because we have the damage buff combined with the accelerators, like speed buff. Each one of these accelerators is dealing well over 2,000, and we also, on top of that, have soldiers. Plus, we can actually, because of the extra range, have the accelerators further back and away from enemy debuffs. So that's something extremely positive. Now let's see how quickly we can take care of all of this. Very quick. Like, unquestionably very quick. I think even back here would be a great spot for Accelerator, like, because it's just, the range is so much better. And this guy just, like, nearly ceased to exist from being exposed to the beam for, wow, that's so much stronger than Gold Mini. Now, the thing is, this is not a win for Accelerator, because what it really comes down to is when it starts to having to consistently recharge for the stronger enemies like the bosses, that's when Gold Mini might be able to pull ahead. So, I mean, we have to pay attention to where we kill the Honor Guard and where we kill the Fallen King, because I'm pretty sure it was like right here with the Gold Minis. And I'm just going to start working on soldiers. That's the other nice thing, is that we only have 8 accelerators, so we'll have basically 4 extra soldiers over what we had with the Gold Minis. Now here goes the DPS on the Honor Guard. It's going to do a lot, but yeah, this is where the recharge starts becoming an issue. These accelerators are only attacking for like 1 second now before they have to recharge. But I think this next burst is going to be final for it. Come on. Oh, that was so close. Come on. Okay, yeah, that was... Wow, so that's actually close to Gold Mini. So we went from, like, basically mid-game insta-killing to now pretty similar performance to Gold Minis. Gonna obviously preemptively sell all my farms now. And once again, I'm out of room for gold soldiers. There you go, that's everything down. Time to set our DJ to red track. So let's see how quickly we can take out this Fallen Summoner. And I believe that was faster than the Gold Minis. I think we took care of it in a similar amount of time though. Whatever, we're 1 wave away. I'm gonna see you on the next wave for when we actually get to see which of the 2 towers wins. Alright, here we go. We're now focusing on the Fallen King. He's doing his annoying laggy attack. But here we go, we've locked on 50k damage dealt. There goes everything. Yeah, we're fully stunned. He's really being relentless with his abilities, isn't he? That being said, now we're fully back in business. This is certainly a close one. That is nearly the exact same spot as the gold minis. But I think I'm going to have to give this win to the Accelerator. It had more range to work with than Golden Mini. On top of that, it uses less of your placement limit. We won even faster, so the 50k coin grind isn't actually as worth it as this 2,500 gen tower. If you enjoyed, you better like, subscribe, and use Star Code E, and I'll see ya.